I have with me the man, I call him the super boss, Mr. Chris Deitz.
What's happening? What's up? What's up?
This is my guy. This is why I like Chris. I can pick his brain. He can edutain us at the same time. Education and entertainment with Mr. Chris Deitz.
That's right.
Chris, today's episode is important because I'm gonna kind of pick your brain and I'm gonna be like just transparent with you. You know what I mean? Like I want the real deal. I want the truth. Give it to me straight up, buddy. Let's not dilly dally. You know. I keep hearing that word agent centric. Okay, and I know you're agent centric. Tell me, what does that mean for the audience? Like, tell everyone, what does that mean, Chris?
I think that's the $1 million question, because even I don't know what the hell that means based on what people told me. Like, hey, we're agent centric. We're agent centric. I haven't seen a company yet deliver a true agent centric culture, and it's sad because I think I think some of these agents have bought into the mediocrity of agent-centric that's been delivered through other brokerages. To me, agent-centric is really paying attention to the people that have committed to your brokerage. We're talking about being at the broker level here, right?
Yes.
And the brokerages, to me, have a responsibility to deliver value and resources directly to the agents and not say, hey, here's a training schedule, hope you guys show up. That's not being agent centric. Here's we have a lead flow and it's a round robin. And how many of us have actually seen a strong lead come through a brokerage? That's not being agent centric. It's just, you're kind of putting band-aids on things.
Oh, okay. I see where you're going. You're kind of like, you're tired of the BS. You're tired of like the upsell, right? Well, here's a brokerage, but we also offer you this. But meanwhile, there's nothing this. It doesn't exist.
What does it mean? What does it mean to somebody? Like what you just asked me, I asked the question myself. What does it mean to be agent-centric? For me, here's my thought. Here's my perspective. If you have a brokerage, I just opened up franchises in Southern California. I would love people to partner with our company, but I want to make sure that we're hireable. You hire an inspector and they do a half-assed job and they say, hey, look at all the things that we provide, and you only get one or two of those things. Would you ever hire them again? Would you spend the money to hire that service knowing that they're a 2 out of 10? And maybe if you squeeze them a little hard, they might be a 3.5 or 4. Is it worth the premium that you're paying, right? The answer is clearly no. What's the difference from a brokerage standpoint? Why can't we have that narrative that says, hey, I'm paying you $16,000, $20,000, $25,000 a year,
$45K,
45, some
$300K.
They don't even have a cap.
Yeah,
you just pay on every transaction forever. And so, at what point, as a real estate agent, do we say, are you in a service I would hire in any other circumstance? Are you hireable? And to me, I think that's the honest question that I've asked myself when we're opening up these new franchises is, I want to make sure that our office is hireable, that you see value in what we deliver to your business. Because we're not looking at, real estate agents in Southern California. I'm looking at Kevin Dutoit. I want to sit down with Kevin and say, okay, let's have an honest conversation, brother. Like, what does success mean to you? How can we fit in? What's the game plan we need to draw up? I've heard these conversations in prior brokerages, by the way, and it was like, okay, cool. Thanks for joining. I got all the notes. See you when I see you. And then it's on to the next, right?
Because in recruiting it is, Chris, sorry to interject there, but Chris, it's a recruiting, it's a numbers game. It's all about recruiting. Now I like where you're coming from, and I appreciate you, by the way, because I'm talking from the corporate level. When I was a recruiter, it was a numbers game, just numbers. Okay, and really, should we care? Let me ask you this question, by the way. Really, should we care about the agent, Chris? Why should we care about the agent? Why? Tell me why we should do that, Chris.
If you want to be the greatest recruiter, it doesn't matter what company you're working for. If you want to be the greatest recruiter, then you need to be even better at retention. If you pay attention to the people that have already committed themselves to you and your company and your value and your resource and your model, they will be the raving fans that you've been wanting and asking for, and they will spread the message on how valuable you are, or you and your company. So is it important? No, it's critical. It's 100% critical. If you want to sit in an office all day, bang the phones out and tell people congratulations on your new listing, would love to have a business conversation with you, continue to do that. See how far it gets you. I think we're starting to see, if we haven't seen already, how well that's not working anymore. Instead,
because it doesn't work. It had a lifespan, but again, real estate agents, they're not rocket scientists, but they're also not stupid. They are intelligent. That's why they're selling $500,000 multi-million-dollar homes. They know what they're doing, Chris. But they can also play the game, because maybe you do have a good offer, but they don't know yet.
Right. You know, the biggest thing is, man, is real estate agents have almost taken a stand now and said, wait. You want me to spend how much per year? You want me to spend how much per transaction? What am I getting in return? How are you building me, personal development? How are you building my business development? You know, yes, there's a responsibility as independent contractors to take full control and responsibility for our own business. But when you're paying a yearly, sometimes monthly with some brokerages, there needs to be a responsibility for the brokers to say, hey, we've got your back. We can deliver things to you that's going to help you build either your background, your skill set, or your business in general. There needs to be that piece. And I'll tell you what, there's not a lot of companies out there that are focused on that. There's some, but
like sub meaning, like the mom and pop. Do you think the mom and pop ones are more agent centric, Chris?
Look, at the end of the day, I think there's a better opportunity for more boutique styled. Yes.
Thank you. Yes. Yep. Absolutely. Yep.
Mm-hmm. But if you were to say, hey, I'm going to start my own mom and pop, or I'm going to start my own independent, the resources that are necessary in today's real estate era, I don't know if one person can bring that kind of firepower to the table to be relevant in the long term for, bringing the kind of value that agents of today are looking for and that are needed.
Yeah, things are very advanced today.
You're talking about a financial commitment that would take you out of production altogether and just literally focus on building a worldwide company. And we've seen that happen in the last few years, which is great. But just for a mom and pop to open up and say, I'm going to be a dominant player in this landscape of real estate, it's going to be extremely difficult just financially.
Right.
So, and that's why I chose to partner. I chose to buy into a franchise. And you know me, I'm not going to put my name on anything I don't believe in. So when I did the research on this particular company, these guys are explosive, and they have the back office that I was looking for that I could deliver to agents. That's why I did it that way, instead of saying, hey, I'm just going to do it myself. All by myself.
It has to be symbiotic. It has to be win-win. I'm talking for you, Chris, because I know you, because I've worked with you before, and I've seen you run and operate a brokerage. If you don't see a mutual respect as a human being, I'm talking about it. And let's get a human here. Forget, of course, this is business, but as a human being, if you don't get mutual respect, then we're not. It's not going to. There's no synergy there. It's not going to work. Right. Those days of the good old boys club, gone. Right. Pissed off in the wind. Nobody cares anymore. Chris, nobody cares anymore. Let's be honest. Nobody gives a damn. When they care is when you care. Right. When they know that you are looking at them as a beneficial relationship where it's a win-win, now we're talking. But this isn't you can't sell me anymore. You can't sell agents anymore. You can't even sell, the guy on the street. They're not interested. Unless you show them that you care about them. It's like the pickup line, right? You know this, Chris. It's like a pickup line. My wife's beautiful, so I don't pick up lines. When I saw my wife, she was very unique. So I focused on unique because all the other girls were wearing kind of these saran wrap dresses and short skirts. And here's my wife in jeans and a t-shirt, but yet I could see her beauty.
Yeah.
So my approach was, man, you are so unique. You're so different to all these other girls. Look at them and look at you. All of a sudden, it's like, hey, this guy, well, listen, I wanted her first of all, so I knew what I was doing. But you have to come at that approach where it's all about them first, win them over, and then start that relationship.
Yeah.
We're in a different millennium. We're in a different era of contribution.
Look, let's go back to where you and I had the fortune of working together, right? It's no secret that our industry is very ego driven, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that doesn't stop at a real estate agent level. That goes right all the way up to leadership and operations. So, you know, I walk into this office. This office is fairly quiet. We'll just say quiet, right? We'll be respectful and we'll say very
it's like dead quiet.
Yeah. And, I walk in with you know, my floral print pants and my crazy shirts, and I walk in.
Loud personality.
Yeah, and I said, no, this has got to change. So I started having conversations with people. I started asking people, hey, why are you here? What are you doing? Who are you? Why did you choose real estate? We started having conversations. And I remember the day that you walked in, you looked at me and I looked at you and I'm like, more so
you look like that, Chris, and I look like this.
Yeah.
And I remember, I'll be very transparent. I looked at Chris going, oh my gosh. Because I couldn't even like pinpoint him, like, who's this guy? And I watched you because I sat at the glass mirror and I watched you, Chris. And I of course, respect is earned. It's earned, Chris. Absolutely. It's not demand, it's not given, it's earned. Right. And buddy, I mean, literally within weeks, me and you were just on a roll. It was very, the city was awesome, bud.
What we're talking about is we've shifted our focus to what's best for you and I. We shifted our focus for, hey, what's best for our bottom line? And we shifted it to, how can we help the hell out of these agents? And as you know already, because we were together doing this, instead of doing that, we built a team of people. We had a conference room full of leaders that went out there into our office. And by the time that we ended our run, we had a full office and they were excited. And they were talking about real estate. They were talking about production. They were talking about things that, you know, collaboratively that, oh, that's a great idea. There was masterminds and people were excited. That was being agent centric. That part,
that engagement, that experience.
The fact that we as leadership, the operations side, took a different perspective and said, you know, we're going to go 100% on the people that are here. They're here. It exploded us.
Of course it did, of course. But they don't have any foresight. They have no vision. And I'm kind of, and we know how that is. And shame on them. Chris, here's my last question for you. Okay. Nobody cares until you know they care.
Right.
Why do you care so much?
Man, that's a great question. Why do I care so much? At first, I thought to myself, I could do this real estate thing and make a ton of money, and I could set up my family and all this good things. And it's, you know, it's on the vision board and all this and that. When I was in real estate, I saw a broken model, and you know me, I'm stubborn as hell.
It's broken. That's a fact. These old school guys don't have a clue. It's broken.
I'm ridiculously stubborn. And when I saw this broken model between brokerage and real estate agent, there was something that said, you know, it's got to be better. There's got to be a way. But I was young in the industry. I was young in the game. And I said, I don't know it all. I got to figure it out. And I started working from a different perspective, a different angle. And, you know, let's be honest, like during my reign as a producing agent, I fell into a category of social media that wasn't as saturated as it is today. So it very much leapfrogged my success, if you will, knock on wood. But I was able to start teaching that to other agents. They found success. And then we started teaching all the regular traditional fundamentals of real estate, and then coaching led me to getting into operations. And I finally got into a seat where I said, oh my gosh, I can change that narrative that I felt that was broken so far back ago.
Okay.
And so my care now is, if I can get, this all started with tech, by the way, but my thought process is, if I could help as many real estate agents as possible to win, and to win on a consistent basis, then we can push back as a unit, as an industry, on all these other companies that think they can do it through an app, or through a phone call of like a CarMax for real estate. I'm hoping we can protect our career path as real estate business owners and push away some of these I buy tech companies that have weaseled their way in, which they definitely have. You can say whose fault it is. Hey, we did it, we funded it, whatever.
Right, exactly.
That part doesn't matter anymore. The fact is that they're here.
There's many avenues to that, to funnels into that. Yeah.
And at the end of the day, we have the same opportunity to push them out and become the go-to brand for the consumer to say, if I'm looking to buy real estate, if I'm looking to sell real estate, if I'm looking to invest in real estate, I'm going to call that person because I trust that person. I know their brand. I know they're good at what they do. I see them all the time, whatever that looks like. And it pushes away the thought process of some tech company that knows nothing about real estate to push hundreds of thousands of real estate agents out of the industry.
Well, so what I'm taking away from what Chris is saying was, Chris started in the coaching arena for real estate agents, got to know them one-on-one. Then when he came into the leadership arena, going to operations of actually running a brokerage, he realized how insignificant they saw the agent, more of them as a penny tool than actually as a business partnership relationship. Because it is a big deal, because it's not small. Every agent is special, and they do have a massive contribution to company dollar, to growth, to profit. I mean, to so many affiliates and vendors. I mean, the list goes on and on. So you're right, and that is true. And I do see an evolution going there. And I think and I know you're a part of it. That's why we're such good friends. And I now respect and believe in you, instead of being this wild west, bloody Las Vegas,
crazy, eclectic
man, gold shoes and red pants. Hey, listen, buddy. Thank you for time. Hey, guys, I'm going to put all of Chris's details in the description box below. Let's go over here. Reach out to him. Listen, let's say you're shopping and looking for a brokerage. Just reach out to Chris anyway. He's a mentor. He's a coach. He's also now opened his own franchise. If anything, Chris, because you know if it's going to fit or not. And sometimes maybe they need to bounce ideas off of you. And you're okay with that, because the most important thing that Chris is looking for is building relationships. Because he knows, maybe not now, but maybe in the future or near future, you maybe do want to come join Chris's brokerage. That's okay. As long as in our mind, Chris, they're happy with their decision. Awesome. Amen. God is in the details.
That's it.
You're going to give it to them. Hey, listen, bud, thank you for your time. As Chris Deitz.
For those of you that want to see some content, I'm at the Turned Up Boss on Instagram. There's my handle right there. So there
I'll put all of that stuff in the description box below. Chris, thank you for your time, brother. You're a legend.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you always.
Cheers, man. Cheers.